How do you engage the diverse population that is seen in your classes and meet the needs of all of your students?
This is one of the most diverse populations that I have ever worked with during my teaching career. I have been with the PVUSD my entire teaching career of 11 years and have been to the school the entire time. Over the last 11 years, I have seen the demographics of the new area change and become much more diverse. When I started working here, the student population was primarily Caucasian, but has shifted drastically. We now have a much larger Hispanic population than before. This year I have had 2 Russian students. As diversity in the classroom had grown, I have become much more aware of cultural sensitivity. I now try to ask my students about holidays that the entire group may be celebrating and try to be inclusive of their culture as I can.
So, with so many different types of students, how do you motivate students who are difficult to engage in the classroom?
This is one of the most challenging things that I deal with on a daily basis. Many students just need visual or verbal reinforcement, but others consistently do not want to work in the classroom. I have found that one of the best methods is to speak to the students individually and try to figure out what's going on with them and to go from there. Students with more severe behavior issues who are not working in class may need to have their parents notified so that everyone is on the same page.
So, what classroom management strategies have you used successfully within your classroom?
I try to implement my classroom rules and expectations to students the first day of school and let them know that misbehavior will not be tolerated and that there will be consequences. Students with behavior issues quickly realize that they can't act out and a lot of the problems before they begin. I also make it clear that I will not tolerate students disrupting the students of others. If I have to stop class to address an issue, the student will have consequences, and if it happens more than once, there will be a referral.
So, for the honors periods, what strategies do you use to keep honors course students motivated throughout the entire school year?
Honors courses are a lot of fun to teach, and the majority of the students are very driven and self-motivated. Even these kids get burned out by the end of the year, though. To prevent this, I try to add in days where the students are doing group activities that are preferably light content-wise. This gives them a break and is fun, but still allows them to get through the content. I also do things like Jeopardy review days before the test, and I have found that helps students study and makes them feel less overwhelmed before tests.
So, not so much with honors courses, well, maybe in some cases, but in a lot of the regular classes that I observed, when students are struggling, how do you address the issues and how do you help get these students back on track?
I always try to fix the issue at the lowest level possible. This usually means just connecting with students and providing them with extra instructional support and may be needed. If the student is already near failing or make a dramatic change, I will go ahead and notify the parents so that they know what's going on and that there are no unexpected surprises. This usually results in a plan to help the student's grades improve. If no improvements are made, we will reevaluate the situation, especially if behavioral or learning issues are suspected.
So in the past, how have you handled students that are repeatedly disruptive of the classroom learning environment?
I've had students with severe behavior issues in my classes. Other students were disruptive and not motivated to learn. I would recommend making sure that you are fully aware of what issues a student has and that you are following the required procedures. If a student had been diagnosed with an issue and or has modifications, they must be allowed. For students with less severe issues, I have found that talking to them and making them aware of the program or problem can help. I would recommend trying this and working to build a good relationship with the student and seeing if the behavior changes.
So what advice would you have for the first year of teaching, and what advice do you have specifically for working within the Paradise Valley Unified School District?
I think the best advice I could give would be to be organized and keep up with the deadlines, take advantage of resources provided by fellow teachers and department chair, develop a system of grading that can realistically keep up with, don't be discouraged by classroom management issues, and be open to making changes when needed. Taking advantage of mentoring program provided by the PVUSD and connect with a mentor that can help guide you through the first year and beyond.